Hi, my name is Dr. AJ Swoboda. I live here in Portland, Oregon. I'm a pastor, a writer, a teacher, and I recently finished a book called Subversive Sabbath, The Surprising Power of Rest in a Non-Stop World. The whole concept of this book is that we are living essentially on overdrive. We are a 24/7 world that never stops, never ceases. Of course, it didn't used to be this way. We used to have these blue laws. Everything would shut down one day a week. We would stop, we would be with family, we'd go to church, we'd breathe. But we don't have any of those anymore. There are no blue laws. We live in a 24/7 world where nobody ever knows how to stop. In fact, in my 36 years of life, there's been one day that I can remember in my 36 years that resembles anything close to a societal Sabbath. It was on September 11th, 2001, when those planes flew into those towers and into a field in Pennsylvania and Washington, D.C., that everyone stopped flying, went home, called the people they loved, and stopped working. Unfortunately, here, it requires a tragedy for most of us to rest. What's awesome about the power of Jesus and the good news of Jesus is that we're invited not to wait for a tragedy to rest. We're invited to rest with God. Why? Because God rests. In fact, at the very beginning of the Bible, we find the very first image of the Sabbath. On that day, on the seventh day of creation, God says to Adam and Eve, I want you guys to be with me and rest with me. Let's walk in the garden. Of course, it's beautiful, isn't it, that Adam and Eve were made on day 6. Have you ever thought about the fact that for Adam and Eve, who were made on day 6 in the creation story, that their very first day of existence was a day of rest? That is the nature of God's heart. God is no slave owner. God doesn't treat people as slaves. He calls us his friends. And for friends, what does God do a day a week? He stops, he breathes, he enjoys. That's what this whole book is about. I'm going to guess that you need that. I need it. We all need it. We're burning out. And the good news of the Sabbath is that God has provided for us a wonderful opportunity one day a week to rest. So pick up the book. It's called Subversive Sabbath, The Surprising Power of Rest in a Non-Stop World. I hope you have the opportunity to read it. Grace and peace.